Do you teach past life regression, and what is the school's take on the topic?
It's a very popular area. A lot of people are interested in it. Personally, I did past life regressions with clients for about 2 years. I'm still not sure whether it's real or not real. I'm not that concerned about that. But from the perspective of someone wanting to learn how to do past life regression, we have a strong focus on learning basic counseling skills first and basic hypnosis skills first before a student gets to that point. The reason being is that when someone learns to do past life regression before they have the basics, then problems can definitely occur. For example, someone's working without the proper background in that area, and a person or client abreacts, unexpected reaction. And it could be very difficult for them if they don't have the proper training to know how to deal with that situation. So the basic training is very important. Too often people learn advanced training before the basics.
Does the Institute teach hypnotherapy from a wide perspective, covering many different approaches and related fields?
Yes, and part of the reason for that is that the various teachers have a fairly eclectic background. My own personal background is in areas like Vipassana meditation, color therapy. I'm a polarity therapist, counseling, trained with Serge King and Hawaiian shamanism, biokinesiology, many areas over the years. And all of these areas were integrated more and more with the training I was doing at the time until we arrived at what we're doing now, which is a real pure integration of all of these areas.
Does the Orca Institute cover appropriate counseling training as part of its overall program?
Counseling, in our view, is essential. Too often, hypnosis or hypnotherapy, I won't say hypnotherapy, but hypnosis training does not cover appropriate counseling training. And what happens is you get someone who's a very good hypnotist, but not a good counselor. And that is a recipe for problems. So we feel it's an essential part of our training.
Can you tell me a bit about the school's teaching philosophy?
Yes, experiential aspects of teaching we feel are very important. We have a lot of focus on the works of Dr. Milton Erickson, and his general approach in many ways is like learning a new language. And in order to do that effectively, there has to be a lot of experiential feedback when students are working with each other. They also get to watch 100 hours of video of actual sessions and lectures. So they're seeing it in action, and they're able to emulate that in class. But one thing that's very important is when a student comes into our class, we encourage them as much as possible to come up with their own ideas. Quite often, they haven't tapped into their creativity as much as they could. So we encourage that as much as possible, because in many ways, that's what Dr. Milton Erickson did, is encouraged, even whether he was working with a student or a client, draw out of them their own creativity to come up with their own resolutions.
How were students evaluated at the Orca Institute?
There's a variety of ways that we evaluate students. We have a multiple choice exam online that they submit. There are 2 fairly long essay exams. There's the 3 sessions for the diploma course that they have to submit and get evaluated. Our main concern in evaluation is watching the student work. That's the most important one. There are also 2 book reports, but in watching the student work, we can tell very quickly whether they've learned the material. And it's not just learning didactic material. It's about their ability to be in the moment with the client and be comfortable in that situation. I like to put it this way: if I see a student and they can be in a situation where they really don't know what they're going to do next or say next, and that's okay because they know it'll come to them, then that is moving from being a hypnotist to becoming a hypnotherapist.